Hey everyone, hello, welcome to Magnolias. We're live in downtown Norfolk, Nebraska at the retail store. My name is Amy. Jump on, join me and say hi. We're going to talk all things Christmas tree today, from adding ribbon to a tree to some of our favorite flower stem sets and how we design them. And we'll even point out some of these amazing ornaments that you might have missed in our online store. All things are 15% off if you want to get an overview of all the newness and everything we switched up at the store. Jump on and say hi. We're going to do a little mini tour of our trees here at the retail store, and we'll be walking around to as many of our 7 or 8 decorated trees as we can without interrupting people as they shop. So jump on and say hello, just like Carol there in Tennessee. Wonderful. Thank you for joining. And we do have help today. Sherry's behind the laptop. Here, say hi, Sherry.
Hi, everyone.
She is ready to roll, and she's got her Lincoln fingers ready to go. So is everything coming up in our new link system? I know you guys are just loving these thumbnail links. If you want to watch, we will try. You want to try one right away? I'll hand you something. We're going to be able to link items like this with little thumbnail photos. It's going to make a running list of all of our items that we're linking so that you can jump back in and check it out later. We got some fun questions. This is not tree related, Mary, but I can tell you, what do you use with street corn dip? You use Tostitos chips, if that's the question. The street corn dip is restocked. If you didn't get the memo, jump right in and buy your favorite dip mix. It is by far the winner, and it's called street corn dip mix. It's amazing. All you need is some sour cream, cream cheese perhaps, and a can of corn. Super simple. That will be an easy one. Hello everyone. Hello Kathy back in Hawaii. Hello Terry. She says it's rainy. Okay, well that's awesome. This is working. Yay. Yes. Thanks, Sherry. Yeah. So Sherry is linked for practice. Our little friend Owl. Isn't he adorable? Whoops. He's got a weird feather. What is this about? So we have some little woodland animals every year. We get animals for trees. This year we have the natural snow owl. He's on sale for just over $13. He's a one-sided owl design with a little bit of faux fur and a little bit of glitter and some kind of random feather. That is not an owl feather. How is that even part of his design? I'm not sure. Okay, we'll put him back like this. So what we're going to do is run through some trees and look at our stem sets, look at our ornaments, and add some ribbon. Kim, Facebook has done away with notifications. The only way you'll get a notification is if we manually send you one every time. Just recapping that for those of you who are wondering. If Kate's not helping me, I don't even know how to do a notification. Sorry. I don't know. But if you just set an alarm on your phone the old-fashioned way, you'll be sure to find us at noon every day except Thursday, where we jump on at 5 p.m. for those of you that are new. Central Standard Time on Thursdays, our time slot is 5 p.m. Otherwise, we come on live at noon, and then on Saturday, we definitely have our 9 a.m. where you grab your coffee, grab your tea, and join us for a fun one. This week, I've got some good ideas on what we could do on this week's Saturday, so stay tuned for that. All right, well, this tree is our winter's night tree. There's no one coming in the front door, so I'll give you a better view of it here. Now, our winter's night tree is having a moment of everybody wants this tree, and it has lots of big holes here. So I've got a little ribbon trick up my sleeve I'm going to show you to fill in some of the holes as our flowers and trims are being sold, removed and sold. There's still plenty for you, and they're all 15% off.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can I pin Winter's Night collection or no?
The old-fashioned way?
The old-fashioned way?
You can drop the link to the collection,
Okay.
but I don't know about pinning, because you can only pin one thing, and if you pin one thing, what would that be? But the link could certainly go in there. So let's recap this tree's stem sets. Now, what I wanted to point out to you today was beautiful tree treatments, because for those of you who haven't tackled your tree yet, we might want to get those extra trims shipped to you today, tomorrow, maybe Thursday at the latest, because you want to receive those in time with the holiday next week to be able to have it all ready to go for your day after Thanksgiving tree trimming, if that's you. Many of you waited. I know I asked the question last week, how many were doing the tree now, how many were waiting? It was like a 50-50 split. So if you were waiting, this is the time to get the shipments going. And guess what happened today? Did you hear that we're doing free shipping?
Yes.
I think it's on
Till
$99.
Thursday, yeah.
Okay, $99 purchase. So your purchase after your 15% discount before tax needs to reach $99. And if so, is it automatic or is there a code?
It's automatic if you
Automatic?
do it online. If you call the store, we have
Okay.
to manually do it.
Thank you, Sherry knows. So if you are jumping online to buy any of these things, let's just do this system we did last time. You'll be able to get your items if you're purchasing more than $99 with free shipping for 3 days, starting today. It just started this morning, in fact. So this is an excellent way to grab those last minute items that you might have decided you needed, or maybe you don't know till I show you, and then you can get your order placed. And we're gonna be shipping, I think they're getting caught up. What's today? Tuesday. They had yesterday to kind of push through the weekend. I didn't ask the warehouse how they were doing today, but I'm sure they're gonna be able to speedy get your orders out so that you have them in time for next weekend. So first up is this fun poinsettia. Now this is kind of like a Sherpa poinsettia. It's my best way to describe it. What do you think? This one has wired petals and it is very, very shapeable, but what you'll notice in the center, it has buttons. How cute is that? So in our stem set stack, on a large scale tree especially, this kind of look really makes a statement. Sherry's got a berry for us next. So this is the Winter Chalet poinsettia. They're $8 a piece. My tree is 9 feet tall, plus it's the fullest 9 foot I've bought recently. This is 6 feet across. And we have it in a rolling stand, which makes it look even taller. And then we blew up the top with all kinds of sticks and stems, and this real birch is just sticking out from 2 different directions. So I have made a statement tree out of a regular 9-footer by adding real branches and going gangbusters with all of our trims. Next up is the favorite Memories berry spray in our stack. And that one is an indoor-outdoor berry, by the way. If you want to use this one outside, he has a weather-resistant tag, and it's a really good navy berry in a smaller size. We have a jumbo navy blueberry, which is, let me see if it's handy. I'll show it to you for comparison. And we have a petite size berry. I bet I've never showed these side by side before. Look at that. They're both weather-resistant. They're both predominantly the same color. One of them's big and chunky. Great for outdoor planters and shows up well. One of them's more petite and would slip into our tree design much more easily. That is what we're gonna grab next. I'll swap out Sherry's, did you find it?
Yeah.
Okay. We should have had like an extra stand here so I can just go like that. So what we do in our trees, if you're new to Magnolias, 2 things I think are very specific to our look. We use flower stems in our trees, and we create what we call a stem set by stacking stems and filler stems, flowers and filler stems together, and then we place that in the tree in a bundle. Here's one right up here. We do them in clusters because as a statement, this group of items draws your eye as a focal point so much better than when you randomly put picks and sprays into your tree and you don't have a rhyme or reason to it. When they're scattered, it looks a little chaotic. When you pull them together in sets, it has focal points, it looks organized, it looks like you're completing a concept, and you're able to balance it more easily in the tree also when you're making these groups. So this piece here is the Winter's Tale Thistle Spray. It's under $10. I'll show it to you close. I'm going to call it a soft frosted gold. We use it successfully in this tree because we have a lot of gingerbread in this tree, and it's such a tan tone, the gold becomes tan, that it blends nicely with the gingerbread ornaments that I'm going to show you. So that's one reason I chose it. It does have a matching color, a similar color in a fern spray that we might come across here as well. That's what we're doing, stacking these complementary contrasting colors and interesting leaf shapes together.
Was that the right one?
This one? Oh, nope, that's a different one. But I can show that one quick before we move from that. Maybe, perhaps, possibly. It's in my topper. I'm coming. So she's going to try again. You want to take this item again and try? So what we've got linked right now is this blue glitter leaf spray. Hi, Sherry, come on in. And this is in the topper. So we added the spiky stem. I will just let you imagine it in the topper. We added this spiky stem to the top because of its length. You can see how tall this is. In a large tree, you could use this as a stem set item. Here, I'll show it. But in a smaller tree, that's got a lot of length. It might be harder to get that to drape in your tree, although it does fold over nicely. There's wire in it. So your choice. Next up to compare that to is the blue glitter leaf spray. So we've got the spiky leaf spray here and a little bit more vibrant of a blue. Can you tell the difference? They really are different, and the light is helping a lot. Here we go, and here we go. Take a look. So more of a midnight blue and a little bit more of a vibrant blue. There we go. Thanks, Terry. These are our Christmas aprons from when we did our open house. So all of these items work fabulously well, and they're blended in my rustic tree. Even though the tree is rustic, we always put a little glitz because you can even tell with a light hitting this tree how recessive dark navy things are when they're not glittery. Let's point out something that's really hiding in this tree. Do you see this guy right here? He is so hard to see. Bless you. And we're gonna hand him to Sherry so she can link it. It's a navy blue magnolia, and he barely makes a statement. You know, whoops, what helps is to lay him on a background of lighter items, lighter gold things perhaps. So this piece here, it's a beautiful blue, but in order for it to contrast, you need to just kind of pair it up with something light colored so you can see it. Velvet with a glittered center, wired leaves, or petals, I should say. And then when you're using this in the tree, this item is gonna need his little head sitting upright like this. There we go. That's how I would place that in the tree. So when you're using it on a stem set, you can get him to nestle in there nicely. Let me see if I can stack these together. There's a lot of choices in this tree here. And this tree holds a lot because it's massive. Had to put it at the front door because there's just no space anywhere else for this guy. But when you come in, it's like, wow, knocks you over. So again, this is our Winter's Night collection, and Sherry did drop a link to the whole collection. Here we go. So that's one example of a stem set combo. You could pair these two flowers side by side, place this entire grouping in the tree, and you could use 7 sets like this. You could use 9 sets on a big tree like this. But you also, if you have a smaller tree, could combine and make 3 or 4 of this style to use lower in the tree on the bigger size branches, and maybe make a companion set of smaller stem items to go up in your tree at the higher stems. Hey. And that way you'll be able to fit everything in to scale. So for instance, your tree's wider at the bottom, put your larger stem sets lower, and if your tree's tapering at the top, put your smaller stem sets higher. Let me give you an example of a smaller stem set here. Okay, here's a companion fern. I'll show it to you, then I'm going to hand it to Sherry. This is the fern that is the same color as the thistle I just showed you. And when she links that one, you'll have both the thistle linked in the soft gold and now this new little fern. And you can see when she hands it back to me how pretty it is with the gingerbread tan color. We're also going to need to see these ornaments here because these are my favorites. These little ornaments come as a set. We're going to link those too, but they remind me of our Amsterdam trip that we were just talking about recently. And they are gingerbread cookie resin ornaments. Super cute. Ready? Got it. So here's the gingerbread flower, and look at how pretty that tan fern is. If you're doing gingerbread, this might be a new idea for you to see the gingerbread done up with blue. We saw it at market. I don't remember what showroom we were at. And it was like, that's it, that's the key, because not everybody wants like a hot pink look or a red look with gingerbread. So if that's the case, hi, welcome passporters. The front desk is that way.
Okay.
And they have a special drawing for you.
Oh.
Oh, we have Nebraska passport visitors. So we just started the passport last week. I think it was Friday. It kicked off, and you can go all over Nebraska with the holiday passport. And Magnolias is the Norfolk stop for any passport visitors. So I can always tell they come in with their little flyers and they're getting a stamp. They're going to register to win a prize from the Nebraska Visitors Group. And here at the store we have prizes, and if you'd like to do the Nebraska passport, you can get started here. We have passports you can pick up. This can be your first stop. Register to win our prize, and then continue on your way on a Nebraska tour of cool places to see. That was an aside note. Okay, next up with this set is the blue eucalyptus. Now for eucalyptus, this is pretty vibrant, but I have to say in the tree, it definitely brightens up the navies. We love it with one of the ribbon accents here, because we've got blue in this bow and it's perfect. And I think the chunkiness in my large tree is just what this tree needs, this nice chunky stem. So we pair it in a set with this beautiful fern, the eucalyptus, and then our gingerbread flower. Hello everybody, thanks for jumping on. We're gonna do a tree tour. After this tree, we're gonna talk about the first frost tree. I'm pointing out my favorite ornaments, my tree stem sets. We'll see how far we can get in a busy store while not getting anybody on camera that doesn't want to be on the camera. Oh, Marilyn, you have a Nebraska passport? Okay, are you coming to Nebraska? Because it's a fun program. They have a summer passport and then they have a winter one. Next up, let's do the bow. So we've got gingerbread flower up next. Now these guys have to be limited. Sherry didn't say when she linked it. It probably doesn't tell you how we're doing on inventory of things when you're linking.
No.
I'm just gonna guess and say they have to be close to gone because we have a handful. No big deal. No big deal. I'm just gonna warn you, that's all. The cookie stem that matches it is, I see 2 of them here at the store. And I think the warehouse is probably low. So this piece is exceptional. It is not an inexpensive flower, but I have to tell you, from selecting the best looking flower in all of our vendors to fit the gingerbread theme, come on in. You won't be in the camera. This is the one we landed on. So it's on sale for about $22. And even if you get 3 of them in your tree, it just makes an amazing statement. And I love it comboed up so much with these items. So when we placed the blue eucalyptus, the reason we did was the bow. I'm gonna swap again. And then we'll have to get that berry underneath you too. Here's the bow. So I made 2 different styles of bows for this tree. The other one with the birch is really about gone, but this is the Velvet Forest Charm bow. She's got it up now, $16. When you get your bow, make sure you shape it up. Okay, cut through there. When you get your bow, shape him because he's gonna have to get smushed on his way to you. It's just the way it is. And that just means everything's wired. There we go, there we go. And you can, fluff up the loops and then arrange your tails. That bow's got a fun combination, and this is what we're running out of right here. So it is in these bows ready to go. For your gingerbread tree theme, make sure you grab up our little gingerbread ornaments. Those houses are assorted, but they come as a set. Put that bow back. So you're going to get all 3. Give you a look. Aren't they adorable? And the best thing that matches this is the gingerbread house piece that you can put on your sideboard or your mantle. Let me see if I can just grab it and show you. Because we're not going to go over to the fireplace. We've got it on our fireplace. Oh, it's 2-sided and it lights up. We need to get a battery in there. Super cute little piece. And I think this is the tag that I just dropped. Sherry's going to, $49.50 was the regular price. Okay, so switching. This. We should have had like a rolling table for me while I was at it. So these things, I just love them. It just reminds me of Amsterdam. So what do you think, Jennifer? It is busy in the shop, but does this look like Amsterdam?
I just sparkled gingerbread.
Found it. She's getting it. So with our collection, you certainly can make a statement with gingerbread, whether you do that with your pink, your red. Kathy did gingerbread. Did you do, Kathy, mint green with the gingerbread flower? All of these are just turning out to be the best accents ever, and it's a good year for gingerbread. If you've been out and about, I'm sure you have noticed. Lighted Sparkle House. So it's on sale for $42. Let me get the little tag back on here. I'm going to set it back on the fireplace. Make sure it doesn't go missing. And then this berry was just linked for you prior to the gingerbread house. So this was the large outdoor safe berry that we talked about earlier as the companion berry to the little petite sized one. So there we showed you both sizes. I am going to add this into my tree. So there's a ton of awesome ornaments in here. How are we doing on time? We're only going to get to 2 trees if I don't move along. One thing I needed to add to this tree is a little bit more ribbon. So before we move along, I'm gonna just show you a small trick. This is some pieces here ready to go. So what I love about wide ribbon in a large scale tree is that's what it takes to be proportionate to your tree. Meaning if I use skinny ribbons on a big tree like this, they really get lost, and the bigger the ribbon, the better your scale will be for proportion. Find that for you. This was regularly $40 a bolt for 10 yards. We can make bows out of it, but you absolutely don't have to. Let me see if I can hit this where you will appreciate a little bit of touching. Now, incidentally, on our homepage of our website, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you're going to find a link to our online courses, and I have an entire tree workshop course that you can purchase for just $25 and have access to it forever. So keep that in mind, because I certainly don't have the time to share my tips with you today, but I am going to weave this through, and I spend a nice amount of time. I don't know how many hours of tutorials there are in our online course, but you can grab that course, watch it at your leisure, bone up on your tips for tree structuring before you get your tree up. And I'm sure it will save you time and give you some great ideas. So we're just going to weave this through. This yardage, again, has 10 yards, as most of our bolts do. And I'm just pulling it around and weaving it in manageable chunks. So I'm going to use like 5 feet of ribbon here. And when you do, it's so less intimidating. Here's how you make our nice little V-cut bow. It's gonna go like this. And you get this little swallowtail, which looks nice. And these ribbons are selected to have great body and work well for this concept. So I'm weaving it and tucking it. And I don't go straight up and down the tree when I use pieces. I kind of work over it at an angle. So I'm going this direction towards me here. And tucking it in and letting it trail out. There we go. So when you do that, the smaller pieces are just so much easier to work with, and it doesn't stress you out as trying to take a wide ribbon top to bottom, or having the tails come from a bow, which is also something you fight with. I would rather have small independent bows and then lay this in your tree where you can find the spots that it needs to go, rather than having it come out of a bow and then you're just getting a lot of tails at the small point of the top of your tree also. So that's one option for a wide ribbon. The other one that I want to use is this tweed. Now, I noticed this tweed is literally almost gone. We're down to 8 bolts. It's a heavy weight. It's almost like it could be a jacket. Nice chunky tweed with some good wire. Let me stick this piece over here really quick. We're chancing it that nobody's gonna walk behind in front of the camera here. And we're gonna weave this one this way. Sometimes you have to take a little pine piece and kind of like bend it around your ribbon to hook it.
It is cute. I like
And secure it, and that's a good idea too. So next up, the tweed. We're gonna cut that off and let that trail. So I've just put 2 pieces, kind of 5 foot long, into a spot that allowed me to fill in holes and add some interest. And then of course I would get on my ladder and do some more at the top. I might end up putting like 5 to 7 pieces on this big tree. With our tweed ribbon here, here's a yard ready to go. What you can do with just small pieces is find a point where your ribbon is being tucked into the tree. Let's work right here. And follow my eye here. We're going with this finger. It's tucking in and then it's continuing right there. So where I've tucked it, you can pull a yard of material off here. And Sherry's got that linked. It's called the North Pole Tweed Ribbon, 10 yards again. And we are low. So if you like it, you could make 10 chunks, 1 yard each, out of 1 bolt of ribbon. 10 chunks, cut a yard, make a loop, flip your face of your ribbon, and then you take a pine piece, and you need wire, and we wrap it in the tree like this. I bet I need to do a video of this, but by creating that little accent over the top of your woven ribbon, you could go through your tree and just do this with less stress if you don't want to tie bows or purchase bows. So isn't that a fun idea? It's overlaid, and that way you've used 2 kinds in a different way. That's super simple. Okay, do you want to scoot through that direction and I will follow when I can here? Whoops, trying to keep people out of the video that don't want to be in the video. Hello everyone, how are you today? So we're doing some tree tips in the trees. I'm gonna go over to the first frost tree as soon as I can get around the corner. And that will allow me to show you some more ideas here. I think we're good to go. So first frost tree is this beautiful mint green creation. We have silver, we have opal, we have the pretty blue-green, mint green combination, all different kinds of sage velvets. There we go. It is missing this garland because on Saturday, we were all sold out at the store and I had to pull it out of the tree for somebody. So this is a beautiful garland. Did you want to link this one? It's right there. And it comes in multiple colors. So I'm gonna hold this up so you can see the structure. It's a mylar. I'm trying to show how it's got like a lot of body to it. It's pretty crunchy. And it's 65 inches long-ish. I always measure stuff on me. This is 9 foot, but I think online we corrected it because it's basically 66 inches, maybe 72 would be a good guess. And when this goes in the tree, here is one up towards the top. It's winding from the top and tucking in and looping onto some pine to secure it. It looks best if you don't put it straight up and down, work it at an angle. I would use 3 in a 7.5 foot tree, or a 9 foot tree works with 3 pieces if your tree's in a corner, if that works. There you go, it's on sale for $33. So let's get another piece in here. Kind of eyeballing it, everything's on here already, so we have to work where there's a gap. I'm going to lay it on a branch and thread it onto a little pine tip and catch it. And we're going to tuck it back in our tree.
We have 6 of those available.
6? Okay, we've got 6 in the online store, so they're going quickly. We also have it in red and silver. If
And
these
iridescent.
colors. This
Gold,
is iridescent?
Gold, silver, iridescent.
Gold, silver, and iridescent. Okay, the red's probably sold out then.
No, we have red.
We have red too?
Yes, yes. Sorry about that. Cute.
So there it goes into the tree. And you can see it popping in and out. You just kind of weave it through. I would put that on probably before flowers and bows, because if you get it in place early, you can definitely figure out where your where this needs to go and then lay the other things over the top of it and work around it. Is my mic on? Yes. Kate says the sound is bad. So, is your mic on?
Mine is on.
We're all on. So if I'm not talking loud enough, that could be one thing.
It is a little loud in here.
It's very loud in here. There's a lot of people. Okay, moving on to my favorites for this tree. We might not get very far today on all of our trees just for the ability to walk through the store. I don't know what's going on today, but it's cloudy, overcast, and cold. It feels like Christmas weather. That must be it. 2 bow features for this tree. 2 different styles. Let's grab one and show Sherry. Are you just going by the name, Sherry? If I tell you it's the Opal Vision?
Opal Vision.
Yeah. Okay, love the bows on this tree. There we go. Rosalie says she can hear us. Okay. This one has velvet in the back that is mylar lined. Isn't that pretty? These are all available on bolts, by the way, of 10-yard put-ups. I don't know the names of the ribbons to search them, but if you go through all of our ribbon, you could probably just eyeball it. This one is gray with silver, straight up silver, but it's sheer. Then we have this opal 1.5 inch. It has a really sturdy vinyl kind of back, so it's thick ribbon, and that's why I pair it with the sheer. And then that loop combination is stacked in a way for contrast. Now I make these bows pretty elaborate because these are gonna be the kind of thing you just buy 3, like 3 key areas, and then you could add more loose ribbon pieces as I just showed you if you would want to, rather than buying a lot of bows. The price point on this one is on sale for $24, so they're pretty elaborate. They got a lot going on, and we did all the work for you. But if you want to try those as a focal point in your tree, I would recommend at least 3. The other one is called Velvet Vision, and this one has the color. So color-wise, love this look. So we've got a sage tone in here. This velvet has a poly back on it, so the back is just a lining. And this one has a velvet that is one-sided in gray. The background is this cute little mini print. Let me hold it up so you can see it. It's slightly metallic also, so it's very pale silver / gray. And then we finish it off with this gorgeous opal. Isn't that fun? As far as I know, all of these bolts are still available individually, 10-yard put up in the online store. They're all 15% off. And if we tell you, if you just joined, today we started our free shipping at $99. So my goal today, tomorrow, and Thursday for 3 days, $99 before, after your discount, before your sales tax, will get you free freight. This is to allow you to get your stuff in the mail, start it shipping, get it on the UPS truck, and get it to you so that you've got it by the time our Thanksgiving weekend's over, and that way you're going to be able to have your stuff ready to go. If you're still doing your tree, trying to find more ornaments, why don't you try this giant glass one? If you have it, or the triple pine cones, we could go with the triple pine cones. We want to show a few stem sets, but first I'll pop in with some beautiful ornaments. Some of my favorites this year. This is something our friend Kathy bought for her tree. She did a lot of minty green items, and there are some stunning ones. This is one of them. Isn't that pretty? So it's a glass pine cone set. This looks so beautiful hanging in a wreath or a swag. You can also tuck them into a tray or a bowl, like upright, like this, and just mix them in with other ornaments. It gives you a nice different shape, but hanging on your tree is just such a soft, pretty green color. It really is a unique addition. Looks awesome with many of these tones. You can just see how well it harmonizes. All these colors are just outstanding. We got a lot of these on the tree. And then next up is a little stocking cap. So we got the pine cone, we got the stocking cap. He is glass also. Put this in here. I need to bend the tip so it doesn't fall off. Yeah, Terry says, yay, free shipping with $99. This one, such a funny one. So he's a glass piece. There's his mercury glass bottom. I would call it a nice white with a little pom-pom top. It looks like it's about 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches. And that little guy is glass. So a few different styles of glass that will be you know, there's always round, but I like to find things that are not all round, something unusual. There we go. Do you want that one next? Did you get the stocking cap? There it is. All right, that one is stuck in there good because it's glass. So we're gonna hand this one to Sherry next. So last I looked, we only had that big one. That's a 6-inch aqua blue glass ornament. There are lots of holes in this tree. I'm gonna have to work on filling things in, but the way it's been so busy, no wonder. These trees look a little stripped apart. And I left early on Saturday, so I didn't fix this Saturday, and I certainly didn't get it done yesterday. It's one of those things that takes a lot of time. Oh, love this. All the layers of green. We'll focus on this little stem set bundle, and then we'll see if we can move over to the navy blue tree and wrap it up over there, because we're not going to get too much farther into the store today. So our gorgeous glass piece is up next, $10. It's the 4-inch. Now that is the wrong size. Huh.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah, this is a 6.
Oh, 6
But that's good news. Then we have,
We have 9 of the 6 inches.
Do you need it again, or do you just want to find the...
I'll just try to find it.
So what she's linked right now is the 4-inch. So we do have a 4-inch size. It's probably hiding in this tree somewhere, and I'm not seeing it quickly. I love the soft blue-green color. It picks up the light so nicely, and I always tuck these a little deeper in the tree so that the lights do hit them. So if we've got a 4 for $10, she's finding the link for the 6-inch, which is what this one is. You know, hold it up so you can see. There, that shows you how big. That one's $16. Okay, there you go. 2 choices, perfect. Because on a tree of this size, also a 9-footer, I would use the large ones towards the bottom, and I'd use the smaller ones towards the top. I'd probably buy 4 to 6 of the smalls, and I'd buy at least 3 of the larges. That way you get the same kind of ornament in 2 different scales used throughout your tree. And again, all these tips, and I have a lot of them. I'm not even gonna scratch the surface today. They're in our online course, and Sherry's busy linking, but I can tell you, you'll find that link on the homepage of our website. But before we do that ornament, I will hand you these stems. Okay, well, here we go. What I want to talk about next is this beautiful thing. So when you're talking about the green, let me hold up this ribbon again. If you want to bring this green to your tree, look how beautifully matched these are. So we've got the green velvet. You can buy that in a 10-yard bolt. Just search the ribbon until you find the green. There's not that many. And then you've also got this gorgeous stem here. So this is $12. What a deal for that, because it's nice and large. So here it is in my hands. Glittered, trimmed edges, wired petals, paper wrap stem, super elegant. And it's a crushed velvet. It's not just a regular velvet. It has lots of beautiful dimension. Just want to wear it. It's so pretty. Pat loves the color too. So this is an unusual one, and it is one of 2 stems that we have that are colored this year. And we'll circle back to this one. What do you have next for me?
Platinum Eyes. Just a minute.
I'll show these side by side, and we will make sure we link this up. If you didn't get a good look at these together, this will help you understand the 2 different tones if you want to make a decision between the 2 colors. So this one is blue-green. Kate and I always argue about, is this blue or is this green? It's a silver sage color. And it has multiple petals, some of which are velvet and some which are lamé, and that's why you get this color tone. So that is great color clarity. You can tell here which color is which. So we'll circle back to this one. And next up, we're building our stem sets with the Ice Long Needle Spray.
This is stuck to this one.
Oh, are they mixed together? They're like snags. Just, you want to hand them both to me then, and you got it? Flockberry.
188.55.
Okay. So this beautiful platinum ice long needle. So we had this exact thing available in a black color and in a white color. I'm trying to remember. Platinum, black, and white. This one is gorgeous on a tree stem. And I see what she's saying. Everything's stacked together. Okay, do I have it? Right over here is my stem set. If you can see this, go down a little bit. This set right here is what we're now laying out for you, and this is how it's looking in my tree. This tree probably is one of the most shopped trees in the store, especially Saturday. So next up, layered on top of it, we're using the flocked berry. He has a really pretty sagey green color. This is the two together. They work, but probably this berry is a little bit more grayed out than the flower, is how I describe it. But stacked with the platinum, it's a good combo. And we do put these stem sets together in the tree to create a better focal point. Whoops, it goes this way. When you stack your stems, your eye will have something larger to land on than sprinkling individual pieces together. And then to finish out this stem set, we're using this really pretty snowflake spray.
White glitter snowflake.
There we go. Love it with the silver center. It is one-sided with the silver center, but the snowflake's finished all the way around. So if I put this in my topper, it works great as well. And if you lay it in your stem set, what we have here is 3 different colors, so contrast. And we also have different textures and sizes. Let me stack this for you. So we've linked every item in one of my stem sets. This tree has multiple styles of stem sets, but I want to show you one more tree, so I'm going to keep moving. If you want to link the First Frost collection, this would be a great time. The other things that you're going to see on here, I'm just going to point at them, and rather than linking them, we're going to move on to the next tree, but I'm going to tell you, you'll find these all in the collection. And in addition, pull this out. Oh, Sherry, I got one more flower we got to link. I promised I would link this poinsettia for you. In addition, the tree itself is for sale in a 7.5-foot version. It's in the warehouse and it's ready to ship for you. If you need a new tree this year, this one could be to your door by next week, and you would love the texture and the look if this is your combo. It's a little bit frosty. It's built on a blue-green color. It's PVC and plastic injection mold at the tip. I'll come close and show you the detail. The price point on the 7.5-foot Durham, Sherry's gonna find that for us next. Here is a close-up. What you'll have is a remote, and then these LED lights change color, and they can be a primary color, or they kind of become a pastel color, which is beautiful if you like colors. A little bit more muted. So we've got plastic injection mold tips right here. And then back here is the PVC. This tree's nice and full. It's hinged. Can you see inside there? Hinged construction's my favorite because the tree is gonna fold up, and the 9-foot, what we have remaining is this display, which I'd prefer to take down later. Guess you got to talk to me about it if you're local. But I do have the 7.5-foot ready to go in the online store. So if you've got the flower, then after the flower, Sherry, we do the tree. And I'll tell you the tree name again when you're ready. Okay, we're going to put the flower back in the tree. The blue-green flower, which has these fun little diamond or mirrors on it. They're not diamonds, they're mirrors. Those little tiny squares are reflective pieces of mirror. Isn't that crazy? That's a good idea. It's just something different. Not sequins, actual little pieces of mirror. And then it does have a matching leaf. So if this is the velvet and jewel poinsettia stem, then this is the velvet and jewel leaf. You can search that leaf. And what Sherry's going to find next will be the 7.5-foot Durham. If you type in Durham, D-U-R-H-A-M, these two things look fantastic on stem sets. This also makes a great topper stem because you can put that up in the topper. So the flower throughout, the topper up above, all of those things contribute to this collection. We're calling it First Frost. Hey, if you jumped on late and there's lots of you watching, $99 gets you free shipping for the next 3 days. That sale started today. We don't count the sales tax, but your computer will automatically show free shipping when you reach $99. And there's your Twinkle Durham tree. So $900 is the, oh my gosh, you guys, you can have that tree shipped for free. This is a good day. This is a great day for you. So free shipping on Christmas trees. We have 2 left, I think, in stock. That's the sale price. The diameter of this tree is about 46 inches, if I remember right. They're hinge construction. The 7.5 foot is in 3 pieces. This one is also an easy pull, I think. Is this an easy pull tree? Trying to remember. Yes, it is. That means each section plugs into the pole and the pole plugs into the wall, and all the power is conducted through the pole, so you don't have to connect cords inside the tree. If that's helpful for you and it is simpler, then this might be the tree for you. And it's also this pretty blue-green color. It's linked there, and you're gonna get it shipped to you for free. Beautiful, 7.5 foot. If you're doing the Magnolias tree decorating concept, I would take a 7.5 foot tree and easily add 20 to 24 inches to the top to give it a 9 foot span and have it really be showy if you have 9 or 10 foot ceilings. If you have 8 foot ceilings, alternately, when I do my topper, I flare it out more to keep it under 8 feet. So the 7.5 foot tree will fit in a ranch home, I know because I have one, and it will fit in your taller ceilinged homes, and you can make it look taller while managing the size of your tree and not making it so hard. Thank you, Rosalie. The tree has a 10-year warranty. All of our trees do. And the fact that you bought it through our store, we have a record of your purchase. All of our vendors' relationships have been over 15 years with these vendors. Everyone will stand behind any tree I sold, so it's perfect for you to come back to me if you have any issues or if you need replacement lights. This 7 foot tree is $933, and it's linked right there. You can click the link, Pauline, right there on your screen, and it's ready to ship from the warehouse, probably even today or tomorrow. All right, moving on. Can we move on? What is the chances that we can, you'd have to unplug. If we can go over to the navy blue tree, I'll meet you over there. As I pass by, we carry at the store here these big racks of coordinating flower stems, and then we also load towers of ornaments. So for you, here, I'll get out of your way so you can go. For you to know, all of our trees have so many other options beyond what I've shown you. And I do my best to show you. I think over the course of the next couple days, we're gonna use some of the time tomorrow to talk about ornaments as well. So if you scoot all the way into that doorway, I'll be right behind you. We're gonna talk next about the navy blue tree. Here's some navy ornaments, and then we also have this very bright blue that matches the eucalyptus, by the way. We're gonna check these out on the next tree. Okay, this tree is gorgeous, and we call it Evening Star. Whoops, don't wanna get customers in. Doing my best to avoid the customers. Right about there should do it, and maybe I'll rotate over here, actually. Okay, that way we can keep everybody out of the video. It's a challenge. Okay, up next is this gorgeous light piece. Sherry, there was a box over here, and now I don't see it. Would it be called a starburst, perhaps? If you want to look that up. LED starburst. We're going to try to find this guy. This is a piece you can use on the top of your tree or as a focal point. Now, my tree here is 7.5 feet tall. I'll go back to show you a little bit. Look at the height of it. It's in a doorway, and it is predominantly navy blue, gold, and ivory. We have some beautiful champagne tones in here, some really great looking flowers. I don't know if that's gonna help you. Okay. Kate, are you still watching? Do you know the name of this thing? I don't know, but we can start with something we do know. And I'll see if Connie or one of the team members can get us that box. Whoever walks by next gets to run for the box. We're going to talk about this gorgeous stem set, and while she finds that magnolia for you, again, recapping,
I think it's called
you know?
Double Twinkle Starburst.
Perfect. Okay. Double Twinkle Starburst. So with this piece, it is a plug-in piece. Let me see if I can pull it out of here and show you. How well did I secure it? It does have a hanger, so you can hang it up. You can use it outdoors. There it is. But here's the little hanger if you want to hang it like this in your porch or something, or you could work it into your topper upright like so. There you go. Ruth's guessing Starburst too. Somebody has this one. All right, love it. The fact that it has 2 tones of colors, that's why I love this. Plus, it twinkles. So there's the sale price, $46. The cord is pretty long. I don't remember exactly. It's like 6 feet maybe. But when you get it in your tree as a, well, here's me, the height of me. I kind of put things eye level for me. So this is one piece that I think you could do 2 in a 9-footer and maybe put just the one in the middle of a 7.5-foot tree. I laid it on a branch, and then I just took a piece of pine and kind of pulled it through to secure it. So it doesn't have to be in there really well. It kind of snags itself in the tree anyway. Then we added a gorgeous stem set right below it, and this is one of my favorite stem combos. This is how it looks in the tree. It's a very large stem combination. And again, by stacking them, your eye is drawn to this big focal point, and it's not the sprinkling of little things. This is more showy, and also this dark navy glitter piece that might get lost in deep green shows up against the lighter leaves. So the layering actually helps the products to show up too. Carol says there's only 2 left of these at the store, which means this one's gonna come out of the tree today, and that's okay, I'll replace it. There's another style that is silver. So you don't have to buy just the gold. There's a silver one. Do you remember how many other colors we had? I believe we have more colors that are doing the same thing. If you shop the lighted collection, you'll be able to look through all of them.
Silver is 10, champagne 2.
Okay. 2 of them, yep, here at the store. And they can sell that to you over the phone, or if you place an online order, you can request it in the order notes and they will send it over from the store and pack it with your order. So that also works. She's getting the next thing. So first up we have the Frosted Magnolia on sale for $11. Wow, I can't believe it's almost 1 o'clock already. This one is gorgeous because it is a metallic gold and then they frosted the front. Wow, pretty, pretty, pretty. And it's the perfect complement to this magnolia leaf back here. But we layered in some glitz. And the glitz is what you need if you want to amp up the gold factor. It's painted with a little glitter, and this piece is also outdoor safe. I wouldn't use the magnolia outside, but I would feel comfortable with this piece because that's a plastic stem. It's made of painted plastic material, and won't this be showy in a porch pot? Like really wow if you want some elegant pieces. On sale for just $7. That's a nice big piece for $7. So we're layering these up, and Sherry is now linking whatever up, what she's grabbing next. Okay. Next up is the white glitter. This could go a lot of different places. In fact, you could put this white leaf into your First Frost tree collection with the mint green. So I think you're gonna get just your basic white color here, which sometimes is actually hard to find. White can be problematic when they are dipping it in glitter, and it sometimes does weird things. So this one's working well. And I do like to put the white in the tree to keep it brightened up. It's gonna be really tied in well with the velvet in the bow also. So if you've got ivory to white, pair them all together, it looks fantastic. Next up is the Magnolia spray. I'm gonna hand the blue to you. And then the bow will be next. There we go. So the Magnolia spray is, let's see, white glitter leaf's only $5. That's a great price. Good deal. Then the Magnolia spray is paper wrapped. So this is one you're going to want to use inside. And if you're placing it in your tree, you can see how nice and full it is. And we actually have it kind of sweeping downwards. There we go. $16. This is a beautiful, kind of a matte finish, and it's very thick plastic leaves with this sort of brushed on combination of gold with a wash over it. Gorgeous stem set. And if you're just doing white and gold, this is very pretty too. You could get by without blue in this combo if blue is not for you. But we love the blue in this tree, and it has been really received well. It's one of the first ones you see when you walk in the store. Here's our little blue glitter stem. It is called the Blue Glitter Winterberry. It's $8. This is an excellent topper stem. Also, you can see I'll hold it up, it's nice and spiky. So if you do toppers, I always recommend 3s. Unless your stem's really full, I would use 3 pieces in a topper, and that would give you nice balance around the top of your tree, which I bet toppers stems are for another day. We got to talk about toppers another day. And that makes our stem set. This gorgeous bow is the Gilded Snowflake bow. It's $18. You're going to be able to use 3 to 5 of these bows. And when you grab your bows, I always recommend get extra ribbon of whichever is your favorite, and you can weave that through the tree and then use your bows to accent. So we've got all of these available by the bolt. The ivory has a gold back, nice body to it. The gold, this fabric gold is different. It's like a matte gold with an ivory back on it. And this is champagne glitter on navy. This snowflake ribbon is a 2.5 inch, but we also have a 1.5 inch with a gold backing. So find these by just shopping through the ribbon, sorting through it till you find this by style. But love that bow in here, and I think that keeping enough ivory in here is the key to not getting too dark. If you get too much navy, too much heavy gold, the tree doesn't have enough contrast, and the ivory does an amazing job. Okay, we gotta talk about this flower though, because it's one of my favorites, and I think it is underrated, one of those hidden gems. So let me tuck my bow back in here. Sherry's gonna link that flower. And what's unusual about this flower is its color. So when we show this in the tree, I'm going to just show it to you next to different things. It is an unusual color, and it's pearlized, but it's a off ivory. It's not quite ivory. It's not quite white. And yet it's beautiful in here. It has pearls in the center, and this tree has a lot of pearly accents. In fact, we had more pearl ornaments. I think we sold a lot of them. But when you pair this up with this look, it looks amazing in there, and it's $16.99. So it's actually a great price point for how big this flower is. Jewels in the center. Look at all those jewels. Gorgeous, thick, waxy leaves. Nice weight. It's actually lined, so the wire is inside. Do you see how the wire is not exposed? That's the sign of a very high-end construction, because when the wire is exposed on the back, it can pop free, but when it's in between 2 fabrics, then it really can't. So it keeps it nice and secure. You know what else we need to link, Sherry, is this gold beaded wire situation. Do we know where that is? You're gonna find it potentially over on the stand. I'm trying to remember where this is. This is the wire that we have sold in silver and gold and pink. Yeah, there you found it. And it is like jewels in your tree. It looks so cool winding through. One of my favorite things. So as we wrap it up, I guess we're just gonna have to stop talking about favorite things because there's more than I have time for. You get the idea, right? So many good items. That's so pretty, and she's found that for you. So when you use this in the tree, it's going to come in a little spiraled up bundle like this, and you can just pull the bundle and allow it to spiral. It wants to do that anyway. So then when you tuck it in, it's so easy to make it go in the tree. You can just grab a little piece of pine and bend it to snag it, and as it goes through the tree, you can spiral. I wouldn't cut it. But Becky, if you did, it doesn't seem like it's going to unravel. I think it has a cotton cord with some bonded glitter. So I believe you could cut it if you wanted to, but it spirals so nicely. You can take one piece and just keep weaving, and it will go pretty far. Okay, we've got that up there. Well, friends, it's 1 o'clock. What is the takeaway for today? 2 things. $99 gets you free freight. Now is the time to buy your tree trims because we want to get them to you so you have them for Thanksgiving weekend, which is next week. Sherry, are you ready? Did you buy a turkey?
Yes.
You did? Oh, my mom's in charge of buying a turkey. I better check with her and see if she got it done, because our family's having Thanksgiving on Sunday, so we really need to step it up. I have to get my groceries soon. No time. But this is the crunch time for the trees, people. I want to make sure you have what you need. I don't want to forget to point out all these amazing things. So we'll pick it up from here tomorrow. We'll be joining you probably from the warehouse on Wednesday, and we'll run through some more amazing tree trims and different tree collections from that location at noon tomorrow. Thanks, Sherry, for helping me. She kept up fantastically well. All right, friends, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.